here to talk about the tee today and some of the things you must avoid when hitting off of the tee, because a lot of people do it wrong. What's going on, guys? Coach Madden, YouGoProBaseball. I'm here with the man, Jacob Cruz, former MLB hitter, former MLB hitting coach, and current hitting coordinator for the San Francisco Giants. We're here to talk about the tee today and some of the things you must avoid when hitting off of the tee, because a lot of people do it wrong, and some things that you should maybe focus on, because this guy knows, he has the knowledge, and I want to pick your brain. What do you got for hitting off the tee?
Well, I think one of the biggest mistakes that young hitters do on the tee is that they focus in on the edges of the plate. They'll put the tee on the outside part of the plate. They'll swing. They'll hit the ball to left field. I'm being left-handed, and get the right trajectory. And then they get in the game, and they can't cover anything in. Or they'll focus in on the ball in. They'll pull the ball. They'll get the right trajectory, and then they get in the game, and they won't be able to cover anything on the outside part of the plate. I think the best use of the tee is the ability to work from the back of the zone to the front of the zone. I want to cover and be great where I do damage, and that's going to be the middle of the plate to the middle of the field, and then work out from there. So again, like a lot of young players are working the corners. The reality is, if a pitcher executes that pitch, you're not going to do much with it.
How much should, I know we're talking about two different levels of players, there are many different levels of players, but how much should your pro guys do off of the tee versus live BP versus machine balls? And how about the youngsters, like maybe like the 8 through 12 or 14-year-olds? Is there a difference, or like how many swings off the tee are we looking at?
That's a good question. I think that's individualized. I think the most important question, though, is like, when I'm using the tee, am I creating good habits or bad habits? I think a lot of people are starting to get away from the tee because we don't explain how to use the tee correctly. There's a lot of bad habits that can happen by using the tee. I'm going to roll my shoulder in. I'm going to bend forward. And those are not the postures that I want in the game. So understanding how to use the tee correctly, how to put my body in the position that I want, that's going to be closely related to my game swing, and being aware of that. And that's how you're going to use the tee and get better with your swing.
Were you a tee, when you were playing, were you a tee every day kind of guy, or just when you felt like it? And also, my second part of that question is, are you a music guy? Like in BP, like do you like to have music playing, or do you like it to be quiet, focused?
Typically I liked quiet. I like to focus in on what I was doing. I was trying to feel my body and the moves that I was working on. If I felt that I was losing my swing, I'd go back to the tee. I knew what I wanted to feel. I wanted to feel my legs. I wanted to feel path, and being able to fire the ball back up the middle, or just focusing on trying to hit the ball where the ball is placed. So it's unique to each individual. I wouldn't say there's X amount of swings that you should take on the tee, but I wouldn't exclude the tee either. There is value to it, being able to put the ball on the tee by yourself and work and feel your swing. You're going to grow from just being by yourself and working and firing a ball off the tee.
The tee is an absolutely great tool, but another tool that I really like is this thing that you got on your back. You actually invented this, the Line Drive Pro. Can you tell us a little bit about it and the benefits of using it?
Yeah, I think, we always talk about bat path and how important it is to have bat path. The big leaguers that are good hitters, right, they have great bat path. Their ability to keep the barrel in the zone is so great that they're able to hit off time. So if they're late a little bit and they enter the zone correctly, they hit a line drive to left field. If they're out in front and they're fooled by a changeup or a curveball, they can still square it up and hit a ball hard to the pull side. So giving yourself that room for error in the swing is crucial to any good hitter.
That's a great point. And who can use this? Like, I know your pro guys use this, but is it for any age? What do you got on that?
It's any age, any skill level. You're just going to attach it to your bat. You're going to face it outward. You're going to take a full game-like swing or a practice swing. And in And in turn, I'm trying to fire the ball right back up the middle. I'm going to get instant feedback from where the ball's firing. If this barrel falls or drops too soon, the ball's going to fire and hit the ground and roll that way. You know, if I work across and I got a lot of front side energy, or I pull my hip, the ball's going to fire to the pull side. I know that I'm trying to fire a ball back up the middle, but my body isn't allowing me to do that. So by seeing the trajectory of the ball, I'm going to make adjustments. I'm going to figure out how to close my hip, how to close my shoulder to get the desired outcome of firing the ball back up the middle.
One thing I noticed is really fun for the kids. They love just shooting the balls out there, so you don't got to beg them to get out there and get the practice. That's what I love about it. The other thing is, like you said, you don't need much instruction. A mom or dad who doesn't know much about baseball could get out there and use this tool, or have their players use this tool and get that instant feedback like you were talking about. Good for softball and baseball, just a great overall training tool. Thank you for inventing it. Thank you for talking to us about the T and the Line Drive Pro. If you guys want more information, check the link down below. If you got any comments, let us know. We'll be happy to answer them. We'll see you in the next video.